Hello and welcome to Camp Life Bushcraft. Thank you for clicking on the video. As the title suggests, going foraging today. I'm out with my darling wife, Mrs. CLB. Give us a wave. And Lolly, the stupid boxer. Tripping me up, man. So yes, today we're going out. We're going to walk, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles in a kind of a ambling style. And we're going to see what we can find in the way of spring wild edibles. It's early May. We're going to cross some different terrain. We're going to cross over to another village and sort of circle round and come back. Yeah, there's an abundance of sort of salady type bits and various other things. So we're going to see what we can find that will then supplement a meal. So we'll get a bag full of stuff. We'll talk about it as we go. Take it home, cook it up with a bit of steak for lunch. Lunch ingredients are going to be very, very simple. I say 1 piece of meat, maybe a bit of flour and some oil and butter, and that's about it. And we'll see if we can produce, you know, a tasty lunch from the things we find along this walk. Does that make sense? Good, good, good. Right, enjoy the video and we'll see what we see. Okay, so this is a common hawthorn tree, reasonably easy to recognise. Little 5-pointed flowers with these black little dots on them. Leaves are pretty easy to recognise. Common hawthorn, you've got a creamy brown kind of bark, fine grained. A lot of uses for sort of turnery and engraving. Cabinets and boxes and things, boat parts they've used to use this for. It's a good firewood, burns at high temperature, so it's a good tree overall and very abundant in England. Flowers, young leaves and the flower buds can all be eaten. The young leaves we can add to a salad, and also the flowers, but we could you know, cook them up. So we've got a mixture of, you know, the flowers, the buds and the young leaves. I've sort of picked them in bunches, so when we shove it in the bag, things don't get confused. And an ant as well, bonus. Lemony.
You're going to be full by when we get there.
Okay, this is a good section. This is the white flowers we're looking at. We'll have a closer look in a minute. I think these are chickweed, or a member of the chickweed family. And then there's some pink flowers in here, which is, I think, Herb Robert. The blue is Forget-Me-Not. But yeah, these white flowers that you can see a lot of, this is what I've been after. And seeing as I'm off the path, these are less likely to have been weed on by a dog. So let's see if we can just double check the ID of them. Some of the reference points I'm using for this, because you shouldn't really mess about with plants if you don't know. I'm reasonably confident, but I'm still always going to check. So I'm using the Picture This plant identifying app on my phone, and also I can reference the Woodland Trust website, because there's lots of good information on there. So let me just check this, the white flower one. As I say, I think it's chickweed. So yeah, this is Greater Stitchwort, which is a member of the chickweed family. There's Greater Stitchwort and there's also Lesser Stitchwort, and they look like that, which is just a kind of a grassy stem with some thin leaves coming off of it. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flowers, but it looks like 12 petals, but the petals are kind of double petals. And yeah, the green shoots can be chopped into salads, steamed or quickly boiled. So you can eat the leaves as well as the stems. In terms of IDing them, I think the flower is the best way, but the stems themselves, you know, they're quite identifiable. They've got these pretty little curls on them where the new leaves are coming. And, you know, as well as the stems and the leaves, you can eat the flowers of this stitchwort. Things you can confuse this with, this is, I think, Greater Stitchwort. There's also Lesser Stitchwort, And yeah, the greater and the lesser stitchwort look very similar, but one is slightly bigger than the other, but both are edible equally. I think, you know, one of the things to be careful of harvesting things like this in the forest is not picking other things by mistake in there. You know, you can't just grab massive handfuls. You do have to be, you know, selective and take your time so that you don't accidentally pick something else without noticing. That'll do for now, and we'll pick up some more as we go. Right, so this is that Herb Robert. Let's have a double check. Yes, Herb Robert, part of the geranium family. We will pick some. This, as well as being edible, is also a insect repellent. It's supposed to have a weird smell to it, I think more for animals than people, but yeah, if you have it in your garden, it's supposed to keep deer and foxes away, and if you rub the leaves on your skin, it's meant to keep mosquitoes away. One of its also known as is death comes quickly, which, you know, is a bit ominous. We won't pick too much. No, it's perfectly fine, but it does have a scary name. Yeah, it's a pretty little thing. I like the purple flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little lilac-y purple petals, and the leaves themselves are those, I don't know how you describe them, the weird kind of leaves with lots of little bits that come off them. Great description, Dan, great description. Anyway, we're going to move on because these aren't the main prize. These are just some nice little things to make a salad. Okay, so this is a really good one. This purple flower here is Annual Honesty, and this is a really cool plant. The purple flowers, you've got 4 petals on them. The leaves are very much looking a bit like stinging nettle leaves. You've got these seed pods on there as well, so every bit of this plant can be used. The leaves can be chucked in a salad or cooked as a vegetable. The purple flowers can go in a salad, and the seeds themselves, when they're ready, these ones aren't ready, but when they're ready, they can be crushed up and mixed with a little bit of water as like a mustard substitute. And also, damn it, I didn't get it, the roots can be peeled and eaten as well. You know, and that's an actual carb thing. They're a bit chewy, but that's not bad. It reminds me of coconut flesh. But yeah, I'm going to take some of this. It's a bit big for the bag, but I'll break some of it off. I'm not going to go mad. I'll just take this one. There's loads growing here, so it's not going to hurt. I'm just going to fold this one up and put it in the bag as it is, and we'll use some of the flowers and some of the leaves for lunch. That's a find, that is. I've got that in my garden, Honesty, and yeah, it's finding it just growing wild is awesome. This is an abundant wild edible source here. Lots of Jack by the Hedge, which is the this one with the white flowers, the sort of garlic mustard smell to it. We're going to pick some of this, but not now, because it's everywhere at the moment. We're going to keep moving for a bit. Nettles, edible. This stuff, sticky weed, edible, not particularly nice. A little bit sticky in your mouth, so we'll probably skip that one today. But yeah, there's loads along here. Stay in my shoes.
Just walk through the middle.
Yeah. Oh, Poor Lolly.
She can get over it.
She doesn't like water.
You're such an idiot.
You're right there.
Well, it's either that side or this side.
Come on, let's keep moving.
Come on.
Go on, girl. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain over this winter. Everything is still a little bit sticky and horrible. We're in early May now, which, you know, I've been on holiday with the kids at this time of year in shorts and t-shirt, and yeah, no chance at the moment. It's still rainy and all. Okay, and this is of course Jack by the Hedge, which is probably my favourite wild edible, the one I'm most familiar with this time of year. It is absolutely everywhere, and yeah, it's a garlic mustard kind of flavour. The flowers are really easy to identify. They grow generally where nettles grow. They look a bit like nettle leaves, but obviously they don't sting. They've got a real garlic mustard smell to them. It's like a milder version of wild garlic. Really good for cooking. I cook with it generally every year. Goes well with kind of lamb and beef steaks and things. Anyone who's followed my channel will have seen me cook with this on a regular basis in the springtime. But that will do. It just smells great. Yeah, we'll put this in the bag.
Bag's smelling good.
Yeah, bag's getting full. Doing well. Ideally, I'd like to find some genuine wild garlic, because I have in mind to make some flatbreads or bannock type thing with the wild garlic, and then put the Jack by the Hedge sort of in with the steak to give it the garlic mustard flavour, but not seen any so far. But we're about to sort of hit some areas where there's water, and the wild garlic likes the water, so hopefully we'll come across some. Right, now we're going to cover some distance. Been dawdling. Plenty of nettles here. Oh, here you go. Just said it.
Hey.
Here it is, wild garlic. Nice, easy to recognise thing. Basically, rip a bit, rub it, smell it. Jeez, it stinks. Smells like garlic. Oh, yeah, so I'm going to harvest a bit of this now. That's good. That's made my day, that has. Now, I just want to go, you know, this is a track, so the stuff on the edge has got kind of dust and stuff on it. So I just want to go a little bit further down towards the water without falling in. Get something sharp there.
Oh, I really hope you fall in.
Just double checking every leaf. Don't need a lot of this.
Can you eat the flowers?
I'm not 100%.
Need to have a look.
I will look that up in the forest guide thing.
Yeah. God, it smells really strong.
It does, doesn't it? Right. Wild garlic is the gift that keeps on giving. As well as eating the leaves, you can also eat the flower buds, flower seed heads, and even the bulbs. Though pulling up the bulbs means it won't grow the following year. Okay. So yes, we'll take some flowers then, shall we?
Yeah.
I won't pull any root up or bulbs. Just take
They're pretty.
a little bit of the flowers. Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Thanks, madam. Got me some flowers.
Sometimes I go walking and I see wild garlic everywhere, and then when I look for it, I can never find it.
I always see it when I'm driving
Yeah.
and then smell it.
Yeah. used to be a place where I lived when I was young, down by the river, where just massive areas of it, and I'd walk the dog through there and just treading on it, you know, and the smell's so strong. Right, let's march. Ooh, are they?
What?
Is that primrose? I'm going to check this with the field thing.
I thought they were slightly smaller.
Yeah.
But then again, I didn't think
big,
primrose was
chunky
primrose.
leaves. So this is the app I'm using. It's called Picture This. And now I want it. I've got no signal. Damn it.
Hand in the air.
Like you just don't care. Oh yeah, there you go.
If you had a phone for more than 10 years, you'll
So-
understand that.
Take a picture of said plant. So put the plant in the viewfinder. Take a picture and it will process Cowslip primrose.
Oh.
And in my glasses. Cowslip, a species of primrose, also known as cowslip primrose, common cowslip, English cowslip, fairy cup, Mayflower. Plant looks healthy. So this is the free version, so there's other information that it doesn't tell you, but it does give you a bit of a description and where in the world it grows and stuff. So we'll then double check that. Cowslip. So according to the Forest Guide, or this is according to totallywild.co.uk, the leaves are slightly bitter but can be used in salads or cooked like spinach. Flowers have a lovely citrusy flavour and look great in salads, but there's no flowers on that one. They've been used to flavour country wines and cowslip pudding for an old English dish. So yes, edible, but not necessarily the best tasting thing in the world. That one's
Quite close
That one's
to.
suspiciously wet though.
Yeah, I think it's probably big dog pea height.
Yeah, I'll get one from the back.
Louis like, oh hello. Come on.
Want some? Weird dog.
Hopefully
Yeah, it's okay.
not poisonous to dogs.
It's quite plain.
She likes it.
You got something on your face, man.
It's dog slobber.
Get out of it,
Give me
you.
your hand.
Yeah, that'll do. Just a little bit to go in the salad.
In the bag.
So this is Ribwort Plantain, and while it is edible, it's the leaf part of it is not particularly nice. They're bitter and stringy, and if you pick a leaf, you can see on the back the kind of spiny bits, and those are best removed, but nevertheless it's still supposed to be a bitter flavour. The seed heads, which are these bits here, they can be eaten raw and have a taste apparently reminiscent of like a raw button mushroom. So maybe we'll pick a couple of them just for fun, but I'm not going to bother with the leaves because I don't want to process them too much, but we'll just try a few of these knobbly bits in our salad just to give us a mushroomy taste, or maybe I'll throw them in the pot with the steak. There's a better idea. That'll do, we won't go too mad. We were, just now we were sort of across some heathland, and that heathland is particularly, you know, poor soil, which is why you get the scrubby gorse bushes, which incidentally the gorse flowers are edible, but they taste a bit like soap. I've eaten them before. But yeah, you get gorse, you get silver birch and sort of spindly oaks that are trying to grow, but it's say typically poor soil, which is why it was kind of heathland. I think that's how it gets its name. It's sort of sandy and use it for kind of animal grazing, wild animal grazing, wild horses and things. But yeah, there's not the array of stuff in the kind of heath areas that there is in kind of hedgerows and footpath verges and things, you know.
Yeah, I might be able to flower.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's no flowers on it though.
Tiny bunch.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. We'll find some more. Yeah, one thing I was kind of had my heart set on finding was elderflowers. And we've yet to come across them. Back in that heathland, as I say, poor soil. There was loads of rowan trees, mountain ash, and they look quite similar to the elderflower, but obviously not the same. But yes, as I was saying, we're now coming back into these kinds of slightly overgrown footpaths, and you know, the edibles are just there, you know, growing along the side. So yeah, here you go. Look, this is the gorse. You know, you must have seen this in videos before. Spiky bush with the yellow flowers, and those yellow flowers are edible, but not particularly nice. There is another plant similar to that with bright yellow flowers, and that has no spikes on it. It's like a smooth, almost coniferous looking bush, and yeah, that is toxic. If you eat more than 50 grams of it, you'll get circulatory problems and heart problems and all that sort of thing, so to be steered clear of. But yeah, it's nearly lunchtime, getting hungry, so I think we've got enough kind of choices. There's one or two things I'd like to pick up. Dandelions, I haven't mentioned them. Dandelions are edible, flowers are edible, leaves are edible, stems are edible, roots can be processed and turned into a kind of a coffee. So I'm going to pick some dandelions. I've seen plenty, I just haven't stopped for them. And then, yeah, as I say, if I can find some elderberries or elderflowers, that'll make a nice pudding. So yeah, we're nearly there. Let's grab the last couple of things we need. And speak of the devil, here they are. So, dandelion flowers, you know, we all know what they look like. Dandelion leaves, they get their name because of, they look like lion's teeth, you know, dandelion being, what is it, Latin for tooth of the lion. So, we'll pick a few of these as we go. These are a little bit in the dog piss zone now, aren't they? We've got water, so perhaps we should just wash stuff before we stick it in our gobs. What say you?
I think that's a good idea. Debugify and de-weed them.
Yeah. There's a classic dandelion, lion's tooth shape, and you know, the jagged gnarly teeth that lions have look similar to that. The flowers, you know, we can all recognise them. That'll do. Going in the bag. Nearly lunch. You hungry?
My stomach's growling.
How are you doing, dog? You alright? Good girl. Well done. So these here are bulrushes that grow in the water. They're a good carb source. I'm clearly not going to wade in and get some. Oh, little chicks, look, ducklings. But yeah, if you pull up the roots, you can peel them back and if you get to the white inner, that can be eaten like a stick of celery, but you do have to be a little bit careful. I've known people that have eaten them and gotten sick because, you know, the funky water has permeated into the roots. So you do have to keep peeling and peeling and peeling until you get to pure white center. But yeah, they got lots of sugars, much like eating a potato in terms of carbs, but yeah, sugars and things, so that's a good source of carbohydrates. But I say, I'm not going in the river today. There's a very disgruntled deer. Carly just said, never heard them run and grunt before. He literally bolted off that way going, oh, oh, oh. That's funny. I don't know if I caught him on camera, but I just caught the back end of him. But yeah, we accidentally surprised him. You can still hear him, listen. Not a happy boy.
Maybe he was having it away and we disturbed him.
He was having an afternoon nap.
I think he was doing something else and we disturbed him.
He was only there by himself, and they don't have opposable thumbs.
He's got hoofs.
He's having a hoof job.
Hoofing.
You dunked yourself.
I did, it was happening. Always off-road. You gotta love him. He's so special. Lily? Nice.
So we've just about covered 5 miles, 5.01 miles. So it's probably time to go home. We're not far away from home now. Yeah, legs are getting weary, but we got a good haul, so we'll cook a bit of lunch. No elderflowers though, that was annoying. I was hoping to make elderflower fritters as a pudding, but we haven't come across any at all. Loads and loads of mountain ash, which looks very similar, but no elderflowers. We got half a mile or a mile to go, so might get lucky. If not, we'll see you in the kitchen. Okay, that's not a bad haul at all. Plenty here to supplement a lunch. The herb Robert, it's going to go in the salad. Jack by the Hedge, going to put some of that in with the steak and cook it down. This is going in the salad. What's that? Honesty. This is salad as well. This is the peppery one, so a little bit like rocket, chickweed style. Bit of dandelion in the salad. So the garlic, wild garlic, going to make some flatbread type thing with that. That they apparently taste a little bit mushroomy, so I'm going to throw them in with the steaks as well. And then I might make some dandelion and hawthorn fritters to just go on the side. So that's good. I'm pleased with that. So a bit of self-raising flour and a bowl. So this is going to be the flatbreads. Salt in there. A little bit of oil and some water. I'm going to chop up the wild garlic, flowers and leaves. That in there. Drop more water. Mix is similar to like a bannock type thing, but I'm going to try and sort of fry it. Just get the mix made. It's an old sort of Scottish bread mix. They had it with every meal in the old days. That'll do. I'll do 2 decent sized flatbreads. Just let that rest for a minute. Right, now in this bowl, a little tiny bit of baking powder. A few drops of vinegar. See that just react a little bit. A little drop of water. A bit of flour in there, self-raising. A little bit of batter. nice and low, just let that cook through. Dip the dandelions in the batter. Some of this hawthorn as well. Bread looks good. They look cool, don't they? Right, let's prepare a bit of salad while these cook. Go some hawthorn in with that. What's that one I've just put on there? Honesty. Some flowers on there too. Just pulling off any of the kind of spiky bits of, you know, where it's a bit coarser. So just being a little bit fussy with it. And then the chickweed, I think I'm just going to actually just take the top parts off. We'll have the flowers and the stems in there. A bit of dandelion. And some purple honesty flowers for a bit of fancy garnish. And some herb Robert as well. Looks like a salad. That's Jack by the Hedge going on there. That is going to be cooked with the steak and the plantain seeds. So just chop that through. Leave all the ends off them. Give the bread another turn. These are the little battered flowers. So they are hawthorn. That's hawthorn. So those 4 are hawthorn. And then these are all the dandelions. It's a bit of ribeye. Plantain in there. Jack by the Hedge around the edge. And should give it a nice garlic mustard butter kind of flavour. Right, let's check this bread out. Oh, that's not bad, is it? So a bit of, oh, that smells good. Bit of garlic bread. Okay, and then steak. Nice. Bit of the plantain and Jack by the Hedge, liberally distributed. And a little garnish for good measure. That looks awesome.
Oh, that looks lovely.
It's nice, isn't it?
It really looks nice. Sit. Good girl.
So I battered the dandelions and a couple of the hawthorns just to see what they'd be like.
Oh. Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah.
You just eat the whole lot, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Dandelions, right?
Oh my god, that's really nice.
Crispy.
Really nice flavour though.
And hawthorn flower.
Ever so subtle. That one. Stick and all.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like the hawthorn. That's nice.
Oh, I like all of that. It's ever such a subtle flavour, but it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I really like them.
Now I've done a garlic bannock with a bit of
I
steak.
could do bannock. Lovely. I'm a bit of a bannock fan. I just stuck my feet at you.
That's
I'm
nice.
really enjoying these.
It's nice with the garlic. Wow. Oh yeah.
So this is bannock with garlic.
Yeah.
Oh crap. That was lovely. Again, I thought it was going to be really overpowering because the smell was so overpowering. It's not, it's just subtle. There's quite a lot in there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good. I'm going to have some of it. Do a
Salad.
bit of a mix of that.
Salad's good as well. Rockety.
Again, all the flavours are quite subtle. And they're not overly powering, which is nice. Oh, thanks, man. That thing out. I'm not going to get stuck.
No.
Is that Jack by the Hedge?
No, it's what do you call it? Honesty.
Oh, is it? I'm putting it in the bum. Oh, okay.
You want some?
Here you go, you can have
Have a flower. No thanks.
yeah. Oh, okay, and what's the fish on top of the steak?
That's the Jack by the Hedge and plantains. The little plantain seed.
Oh,
things.
I've got an ant. You like eating them?
And is it cooked?
No, it was walking.
Lemony.
It was like walking off my plate.
It's a natural lemon dressing.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, it tastes of lemon.
That's really lovely.
Mm.
Really, really impressed.
So
Luckily
yeah,
you cooked this and not me. It wouldn't have looked like this.
that's a good day's foraging.
Yeah. And cooking.
As I say, you know, it's the stuff we wanted to find was to supplement the meal. So we've used a bit of meat and a bit of flour and a bit of, you know, oil and some salt and pepper, but that's it. But, you know, a nice
Oh, it's lovely.
refreshing lunch
It is refreshing, that's for sure, isn't it?
using, you know, natural garden, as it were. Nature's bounty. And I think in the olden days, you know, people would do this sort of thing. They would forage. It's a sort of a forgotten thing, isn't it?
Coming back though, isn't it? People are doing it.
Yeah. That's really good.
It's lovely. I generally really like this. And the fact that it's basically on my morning walk.
Mm. So yeah, that's probably about it from us. We're going to have a lunch. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. I mean, you know, I wouldn't suggest you just go out and start ripping stuff out of the ground. You know, have some reference material. Woodland Field Guide is pretty good. That's a website you can visit. There's lots of wild edible websites that you can look at. There are apps you can have. You know, you don't necessarily have to lug about books. But yeah, thank you so much. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it. And we'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Ta-da!
Surprised how much I like the salad part.
Yeah. There's every now and again there's a hint, and then a bit of an explosion of flavour. I'm not quite sure what I just had, but it was quite strong. But it was nice.
The chickweed stuff's really nice.
It was very mustardy. If I just ate.
Yeah, that's the chickweed. This one is the skinny one. Yeah, it's peppery. Like rocket. Yeah, I like it.